but I don't want people to look at it just as a space. I think in India, what's really, and it's because of the media narrative. I feel that everybody, somebody who's opening a shop also is calling themselves a startup,
Yeah,
and they somehow want to raise funds for it.
yeah.
Right. So just getting away from the VC narrative and just getting away from the fact, do you think it's a sustainable lifestyle business without any VC money and at a limited scale?
100%,
All right.
right? And I will tell you, because I was the guy who made the mistake of building for VCs.
All right. So
So I
you're
wasted,
admitting that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
6 months I wasted on an app.
Right.
We scrapped an app and then we built it again.
Right. So do you have an app right now? No, right?
It's we have it,
All
we
right.
haven't launched it because we don't have the marketing dollars for
All
it.
right. Makes sense.
So we're gonna wait till we can get to that third party ecosystem phase. We have
All right.
20 to 50 creators,
All right.
and then launch the app in a meaningful way.
All right.
Because if the app is just going to do what the email newsletter does, there
Right.
isn't enough differentiation.
Exactly.
And so then it's better to consume that content on email
And getting
itself.
someone to download an app, retain, engage them, everything is going to be quite a
Yeah,
hassle.
look,
It
I
requires
would say
money.
it's even getting people to open an app is really hard. They won't uninstall the app,
Right.
right? Uninstall rates are quite low on the app,
All right.
but getting them to open the app is very, very challenging.
All right.
So why go if you're just going to do what you're doing on email on an app? What's
Exactly.
the point of doing that to begin with? So I
Exactly.
wasted 6 months chasing VCs
All right.
in terms of building for them and then trying to fundraise.
Right.
And when we took a step back, and when I told you I went through that crisis of do I continue doing this? Because my bosses called up and said, "You want to come back and work
All right.
for and banking pays quite well." And I was thinking maybe I should move back to London. I
Right.
got married last year.
All right.
I'm going to have bills to pay at some point, so
Exactly.
let's get a little serious about our life.
Right.
I sat down with my dad, and he said, "Listen, what is your asset today?" He said, "Look, my assets are I have 15,000 subscribers,
Right.
and I've got a really deep understanding of how to get emails into the primary inbox."
Right.
So he said, "Look, you've not even tried to monetize. 12 months, you just built a business. You didn't speak to single advertisers.
Right.
Why don't you go and at least try and get a sense for? You should never feel like I was almost there."
Okay.
So when we spoke to advertisers, some of them were receptive, some of them not, but we started to generate some form of revenue where I think in the next 3 months we'll break even on a monthly basis.
Okay.
मेरे घर से पैसा नहीं जाएगा anymore,
Okay.
right?
Okay. So you're talking about the coming 3 months.
Yeah, in the coming 3 months. So
All right.
we've been growing every month in terms of revenue.
Right.
And then the other part was newsletters. And we reached out to a couple of brands, and some of them have, especially the guys who have tried and failed,
Right.
were very intrigued. So the crypto company that we are working with,
Right.
they have 99% open rates on transaction emails and 4% open rates on their email newsletter that goes out to people.
Okay.
So we know exactly what was wrong, and we can help them out on that particular front.
All right.
So this suddenly became a sustainable, recurring revenue business on
Alright.
the B2B front.
Exactly.
And
If you don't mind
yeah.
sharing, what is this? How many? No, I mean, what is the number of clients that you have, and what is the revenue that you're generating?
So we have about 3 clients right now.
All right.
And in terms of the revenue that we're going to be generating over the next 3 months, we will break even for sure.
All right. So
Yeah.
in terms of the ARR, if you don't mind, like the entire, including advertisement and including this thing, you have any?
I don't, because advertisement is lumpy, right? There's some
Alright.
months when it does well, some
Right,
months it
right,
doesn't. So I'll tell you our advertising
You can
rates.
choose to ignore this question.
Yeah,
by the
no,
way,
but I'll tell you our advertising rates, right?
Right.
So we'll charge anywhere from 1 to 2 rupees per subscriber that our email goes out to, right?
Goes out to or opens?
Goes out to.
Okay.
So I would rather charge on a cost per unique open basis,
Right.
but the industry believes in cost per subscriber.
Okay.
That's how pricing has been done.
All right.
And we priced it according to what we've seen other mass distribution email platforms do.
Okay.
So we've spoken to a lot of them because we were initially thinking about advertising through them itself, and we realized what the rates are, generally speaking.
Right.
So if I sell 15 days of ad inventory at 17,000 subscribers, you can do the math and you know what I would be doing
Makes
in terms
sense.
of revenue.
Right.
So now if I can grow from 17,000, I can reinvest the cash and grow to 30,000 subs. For the same inventory of 15 days, my value goes up further. Maybe I might have to take a bit of a drop in the 1 to 2 rupee range and maybe go down a couple of paise, because advertisers say, okay, more scale, but I don't want to pay you so much.
Exactly.
You
The
have
more
10
you
lakh
grow-
subs, I'm not going to pay 10 lakh rupees. Right?
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
not going to happen.
Right.
So that is the advertising portion.
Right.
On the B2B newsletter front, there's a cost associated with sending the email. There's a cost associated with content generation. So depending on whether somebody wants to do daily newsletters or weekly newsletters, the content creation cost will change accordingly. Right?
All right. All right.
And on the email delivery front, for people who have a list size of about 1 lakh,
Right.
we'll end up charging them 10 paisa per email sent,
Okay.
which is very cost effective.
Okay.
Because we built our own tech stack
Right.
on AWS.
Right.
we're not like other email marketing companies which have built it on another solution. So, for
Okay.
example, um, there are these guys who MailModo, who's very popular right now because of their dynamic email templates. They
Okay.
built on Spark Post, and Spark Post is built on AWS.
Okay.
So we cut out like one portion of the costs.
All
But
right.
then, of course, we don't have as many features as MailModo today. So we,
Right.
appeal to a certain type of
But I'm
client.
assuming that this is a very interesting solution for a lot of brands in today's,
100%,
right?
right?